This presentation, I decided to focus on the comparison of Propositions 227 and 58. And so Proposition 227, also known as English in Public Schools Initiative, was passed by California voters in 1998. And as seen in Case Study 3, John Tanton proposed the proposition, who also founded the anti-immigration organization FAIR, F-A-I-R, which the SPLC classifies as a white supremacist hate group. And so this proposition required that all public school instructions be conducted in English, with limited exceptions for students whose primary language was not English. It also mandated that English learners receive 1 year of intensive English immersion before being placed in mainstream classrooms. Parents could apply for waivers for their children to receive bilingual education or other language support, but the burden was on them to demonstrate that their child needed such support. And so the goal of Proposition 227 was to promote English language proficiency and integration in the mainstream classrooms for English learners, and supporters argued that bilingual education programs were ineffective and hindered the acquisition of English language skills, and that immersion in English language was necessary for success in American society. And so Proposition 58, which was passed in 2016, which was also known as the California Multilingual Education Act. And so this proposition repealed many of the provisions of Proposition 227 and gave English school districts more flexibility in providing language instruction to English learners. And so under Proposition 58, school districts can now choose to offer bilingual education, dual lingual immersion programs, or other forms of language support based on the needs of their students. And Proposition 58 was to promote multilingualism and cultural awareness among all students, and to provide English learners with a range of language support options that best fit their needs. Supporters argued that the bilingual education programs could help students maintain and develop proficiency in their home languages while improving their language skills and academic performance. And so, as stated in Garcia's book, bilingual education must be seen as an investment in individuals, communities, and nations. And so Proposition 227 and Proposition 58 represent different approaches to language education policy in California. Proposition 227 emphasized immersion in English as the primary means of promoting English language proficiency and integration, while the other hand, Proposition 58 emphasized the importance of maintaining and developing students' home languages to promote multilingualism and cultural awareness. So Prop 227 was criticized by some for being too rigid and inflexible and not considering the diverse needs of English learners, and Proposition 58 was seen as a response to these criticisms and an attempt to provide school districts with more flexibility and autonomy in providing language instruction. So overall, the two propositions reflect very different views on the role of language in education in American society. Proposition 227 emphasized the importance of English proficiency for success in American society, while Proposition 58 emphasized the value of multilingualism and cultural diversity in a globalized world.